Hey guys, J-Man here with the weekly X-Men talk. I could not do this video yesterday. I was busy. I just didn't get time to do it. So I'm doing it early this morning. We have two books, the 2 books a week special, which is what I've always said I've always liked. I could do 1 book a week for sure to save some money, but if you're gonna do 1 book a week, I want it to be good, high quality. 2 books a week, if you can get them both high quality, that's great. But let's talk about X-Force number 25. So this one was okay. Wolverine is, this literally happens. Wolverine is like surfing in this movie, though he's not in that costume. So Forge makes him a surfboard. There you go. That's the plot. It's over. You're either like, come on. So good. All right. This one was okay, right? Deals a little bit with the relationship with Kid Omega and Phoebe, and he's in love with her and he wants to have kids and all that, and she's just like, I don't know, because her sisters are really pressuring her to put an end to this. They're saying, put the kibosh on this one, it's done. So you have to see what happens here. I won't really spoil anything. So Wolverine is literally surfing this entire book, and he finds some other people who surf with him. And then meantime, they go on a little date, Omega and Phoebe. They go on this little date where all the little mutant children are in those little flower thingies. And then some other stuff happens. I'm not going to really spoil it. This was okay, although I almost wished that Wolverine's friends that he met, I almost wish that they took a different angle with them, because I was kind of enjoying just the relationship that Wolverine was having with some of them. So we're going to have to see how that plays out, right? So, I mean, this is almost like a non-review, or not even a review, because I don't really do reviews for comics. I'm just telling you my thoughts on them. It's hard to review a comic book, like 1 book, 25 pages or whatever it is. But this is sort of like almost starting a new story, I guess, with Wolverine and these surfer people. So we'll see where it goes. Again, could this have been maybe Wolverine's book instead of X-Force? I sometimes feel that X-Force and the Wolverine book don't know what they are. They're kind of like mixing it up, and it's like, this probably could have just been a Wolverine story. Where was X-Force? So I'm thinking they need to sort of maybe take a step back and like just figure out like what they're trying to do with these titles. It feels sometimes like a lot of these X-Men titles are the same book, and it's just whatever story they want to tell. They almost roll like a D10 or something or whatever. If there's 8 books, it's a D8. They roll a D8 and they're like, oh yeah, 7. Okay, let's tell that story in X-Force. It's like, okay, is it X-Force related? I don't know. Wolverine's there, so yeah. So I mean, so that's not judging the writing or whatever. It's just like, I'm reading all the X-Men books anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? I'm going to read them anyways, but it'd be good to have some sort of stability where I'm like, okay, I know what I'm going to get from X-Force. I know what I'm going to get from X-Men. So far, Excalibur is usually just Excalibur people. They don't really mix up anybody. It's X-Force and Wolverine, which are kind of almost like the same. X-Men is, I guess, right now different, but before that it wasn't. Yeah, so that's sort of my thing. Okay, well, let's talk about 1 book that definitely is different, and that is Sword number 10. This Sword comic is sort of like the sleeper comic where it's just like reliably good. I know I've been a couple of little ups and downs. Overall, this has been really awesome. Actually, shit, you know what? I'm just looking at this cover. This is an awesome cover. I don't know why I'm liking this cover so much, but I gotta tell you something, man. This guy right here, WizKid. This guy came out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere to become a character that I'm like really keeping my eye on now. It has a lot to do with these first few pages. And I mean, what I'm going to say may or may not be, controversial, whatever. We'll see how it goes in the comments. I'm a bit tired of these writers, it's saying, oh, this person has a disability, like Makari in Eternals, who is deaf, who really wasn't deaf because she had absolutely no vulnerabilities because of it. She's like, people are talking, it's like, oh, I can sense your vibrations or whatever, and it's like, okay. And she's doing sign language in English, like this in 5000 BC or whatever. Like it's like, at least I think she was, I don't know, but like it's like, it's not even, it doesn't play a part in the story, in the sense that there's no scene in Eternals where everyone's, there's some sort of overpowering sonic blast and everyone's like, oh, I can't do it. And then she's, because of her, because she's deaf, she's able to overcome that and beat the character, or like, let's say in Daredevil, he's blind and he has the super hearing, right? So they always use that against him. Somebody always sonic blasts him and then Daredevil's radar sense is all effed up. Like they show some of the vulnerabilities of that because that's the point of this is to, bring awareness and all that. Or make it part of the character where that is something about the character that they're dealing with. Makari, 0. Like she was deaf because they just said she was deaf and otherwise it had 0 impact. This is how you do it. This is a hell of a lot better. This entire, like 1, 2, 3, the first 3 pages here are devoted to WizKid just getting up in the morning and explaining how his day works. So he's paralyzed from the waist down, right? And he's got his chair and all that. And they literally show him getting out of bed, simple list of tasks, right? This morning I woke up, went into the shower and it's like, no worries. This guy's got to move each leg and he's explaining it. And the thing about this is that they're not treating it as a weakness. They're not trying to pander. At least I don't think they are. This is the character. They're trying to give you a character here that you can get behind and be like, okay, this is some of the things that this guy struggles with. Yes, he's a mutant and yes, he's got great abilities, but this is still a hindrance to him, but he doesn't turn it into a weakness. He kind of, goes with it and he's like, look, this is who I am. I don't care. And he's like, I could easily just kill myself and get resurrected, right? But he's like, I'm not going to do that because why? I'm not doing that. So this character, like, 3 pages. In 3 pages, I was like, man, this WizKid is freaking awesome. And then the rest of the book is really good. This is one of the best sword issues for me. And out of the 10 or whatever, what is this, number 10? I literally forgot. Yeah, number 10. Out of the 10, this is the best. And that's saying a lot because they've all been pretty good. Okay, so we cut back to Storm, which I don't know if I'm like, I love Storm and I love her angles in this. I'm not sure if this is part of Sword. I know they've kind of made it part of Sword. Again, this feels like it could just be another X-Men book, maybe. Sword to me is Abigail Brand and the Station, and Cable and whatever. Now, granted, this is kind of part of it. They're all connected, so I get it. But this is awesome. This is like Storm. This is just Storm beating up everybody, right? I'm actually more interested in this here, because this whole entire thing is told from WizKid's perspective, and it's really well written in my opinion. And just this dialogue here with Cable and what happens. I'm not going to spoil anything because there actually is spoilers in this comic, like legit spoilers. But I'll try to see if I can show you some of like just the way that they do his like his powers and stuff is neat. Yeah, I really can't say much more. The art in this is awesome. Like, look at that. And the colors and everything. That's really cool. That's cool. I like Storm's costume in this. I like this gold. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this one. This entire book is good. Just the colors, the art. The ending is so good. I rated it a 5 out of 5 on Comixology. This would be, if I was going to just pick up a random comic just to have the actual physical copy, I'd probably pick this one up just for randomness, just to be like, you know what, I like this issue, I'm gonna keep it. I'm super excited for where this is going with Sword. This leveled up big time. It was a solid, reliable, reliable comic, and this freaking brought it up big time. So good. Wow, WizKid. Dude, I gotta get a WizKid figure now. Where is he gonna go? I gotta buy too many. I gotta do Empath. They need to do a proper Marvel Legends Empath. But Marvel Legends WizKid, let's get that going, man. Or even a Funko Pop or something. He's got to be deserving of at least a Funko Pop. Christ, everybody's got a Funko Pop, right? But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on Sword, man. Let me know what your thoughts are on the WizKid thing that I was saying. Look. And I don't want this to be a big controversial thing and everyone, getting angry at me. Remember, without these glasses, to be honest, I can't see any. It's really awful. My eyesight has been bad since a child. I've been wearing glasses since grade 2. So I don't know how old you are in grade 2, like 6 or something, or 7. It's like, so I've been wearing glasses my whole life. It's like, I can't do the contacts. I can't do laser eye surgery. I'm too nervous. So I'm not comparing myself to someone who is, deaf or blind, but I'm saying it is something. And I never let it, keep me down or whatever, right? So it is what it is. And I love the way that they portrayed WizKid in this comic. I think it was handled very well, unlike Eternals, and I'm only bringing that up because it's recent and it's in people's minds, and I don't like the way they handled it there, where her being deaf didn't play a part in the story. It didn't even matter. It was just a footnote, and it was just like to check a box and say, oh look, we have a deaf character. There you go. It's like, this is part of the story. They use it in the storyline, and he uses it to manipulate things as well. Really good. WizKid, dude, to one of the WizKid and Abigail are like my two favorites, and Cable, of course. Cable's awesome. I love Cable from like day one, but like those three in this book are killer. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, guys. All right, until next time.